Yo, what's good? It's none iller. You are now tuned in to another episode of Moment of Knowledge on the Mogul Mined Podcast. Well, this is the second podcast for the day. Second episode. I had to do Let's Talk Music released earlier. Today I want to talk about getting centered in you, like the focus, the importance, the specificity, the energy, the time, the dedication. Focusing on you is so important, and there's so many things along the way that distract you from it. Life is gonna happen. Life is happening daily. But that doesn't mean you could stop living. The sooner you think about that, the sooner you realize that, the better. You have to become so comfortable in your goals, so focused, so on point, that you never stop pushing. There are so many different ways they tell you to do this, right? They tell you to do vision boards. They tell you to do research on your DNA, do your personality test, do so many different things to where it's like you're finding out who you are, you're discovering you. My thing is focus on you as an individual, because we're no longer taught the beauty of being an individual. We're taught to be the groups, right? We're taught to be the zodiac signs, the certain entrepreneurs, the certain culture, the certain ethnicities, the certain regional splits, the certain whatever demographics you fall under. You're always grouped with someone, whether it's age, financial bracket, industry of preference, group of people you hang out with, whatever the case. But I need you to understand, like, that you're you. It's so easy to point out what he does or she does or so blah, blah, blah. But you're built up on so many different combinations of all these different groups that you're like the only one with this combination. On top of your background, your parents, the way you're raised, like you're you. Your fingerprint is only yours. There's no other thumbprints that go with it. And at times we get lost because it's so easy to log into like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's so easy to jump into conversations and just feel like you should bunch yourself up. But what happens is your execution gets fumbled. The way you handle things becomes a typical method and formula that you're taking from somebody else. Even when you listen to Moment of Knowledge's podcast, or when you come on this Mogul Mined Podcast and catch a Moment of Knowledge episode, while communicating to you, speaking to you, I'm bringing out the inner you. I can't tell you everything that I've done or what I've done worked for me. We don't need another Illa running around. We need you operating in your full capacity. When you're building your mentality, your army, your journey, your vision, you are the combination of everything around you that you soak in. But don't let that stop you from going after your goals. And be specific with them too. Really. Someday will never come. But put a date to someday. Is that next Friday? Is that next month? Is that in 6 weeks? Is that a specific date? is at top of the year, I'd kind of stir away from top of the year, because you're around a bunch of people who's going to say new year, new me, and be around you. And then they start to justify and find reasons that slacking off or not getting done is acceptable. You don't want to be in that crowd. Subconsciously, it's just best to stay away from it. But what I will tell you to do is sit down with yourself. Really, really sit down with yourself. Sit down and go, you know what? My reality is this. There's nobody else in this room. There's no one else watching you. There's no one steering you away and pulling you away. There's no outside opinions. You know the reality of what you're going through. Make sure you give yourself the understanding of what that can mean, and then push it to the limit as much as possible. You stumble, pick yourself up, and keep going. But what you don't do is justify slacking because of this group of people you're from. Oh, I just do this. Imagine me going, oh, I just didn't do this because I'm a Scorpio. Oh, I just didn't do this because I'm black. Oh, I just didn't do this because I woke up at 12 p.m. because they say I'm supposed to wake up at noon. And this. Nah, the world's out there for the taking. It's your job to just spread the message and grow and become strong enough to where your message is important, to where you can spread it and help guide and teach. This is another powerful episode. Also, be mindful of everything going around. If you can motivate, help, encourage, and spread some good positivity, the world needs it. If you can't, hey, y'all exist too. But just stay quiet for a little bit. Support our women out there. Support our people. Don't let the justice system mess up your mentality. I'm out. I'll catch y'all on Wednesday's episode. Peace.